Yeah. Get it figured out.
Yep.
Hooey. As you go in there in the corner of the garage, there's a little gray stand. It's actually a chair, foldable chair. It's gray, right in front of the black motorcycle against the wall. Well, we're down to the harmonic balance fuel pump. I know I should replace these hoses, get in there and change them thermostats too. Don't want the motor to turn. Guess I can put it in gear. If I can get it in gear, it's reverse. Still moving. It's gonna take to get these fuel lines over here. Man, that fuel line is awful hard. Probably crack it and make me have to change it. That thing's like 20 foot long. All right, let's see if we can get this one. It's 15/16. That's what it says it is, but I can't get it on there because of the angle. Let's see if I can get it on there now. Still doesn't want to go on there, so it ain't a 15/16. Next up from a 15/16 would be a 1 inch. 1 inch would probably be over here. One of these. Now that's a 1 1/4 inch.
Also, just so you know, Dad's name is not Dale. It's
Dale the mechanic here.
Yeah, it's not Dale.
It's Dale the mechanic. Try 1 inch.
We all know your name is Steven now.
Yeah, but today I'm Dale the mechanic.
It's only because you're wearing that. Yeah, Mom got that at a thrift store of some sort. Just thought Dad would like it, so. I mean, by far, it's the one I see him wearing the most of that kind, so.
Well, when it's hot, yeah.
But no, his name is Steven, not Dale.
Dale the mechanic here. Today we are fixing an oil leak on the back of a timing plate cover on a 3406 E. If I can get in there with a wrench. So being a little awkward. don't know. What's it gonna take? What is it gonna get on there? What can I get on there? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That's probably been on there for 23 years.
After all, this is a 2000 Freightliner, and this is the year 2023. So you may not be wrong.
Wow. There we go. We broke her loose. Uh-oh. Don't damage it. No damaging. I have had these hoses that have been going bad on me one by one because they're old and petrified. Down there, when you drive back east and the whole potholes and roads are busted down and your truck is taking a whooping and a beating due to crooked politicians taking money that they get every year, billions of dollars to fix roadways, and the roadways don't get fixed. It shakes these trucks so hard that any flaws, anything old just gets
destroyed, pretty much.
Yeah. So there's me fuel pump.
Bad English. That's bad English.
Me fuel pump.
It's my fuel pump, not me fuel pump, but okay.
Alright, that's off of there. The air compressor will have to come off. Back there, the power steering will have to come off. And when those two things are off, then I got to jack the motor up. Well, I got to take those bolts out, then jack the motor up.
Also, just so you know, since you haven't seen Mom in this video, she is in town right now.
Probably should turn you guys off for a while so this camera doesn't overheat again. So let's give the camera a break. We get that one off. Okay. Which one was in the way? So we can take that one off. Alright, let's get that off of there now. Must be a metric, because none of the 9/16 seem to work on there. Something's wrong with it. Can't be a metric or it wouldn't thread in there, but something's definitely different about that bolt.
What's different is it's impossible to get it out.
No, it's not impossible, because it's coming off. Or 11/16, probably 11/16. Let's see. Yeah, it was a 5/8. Yeah. I actually carry the old ones in the headache rack just in case I get a problem with them. I had one go bad on the peat. It was actually the red peat. One go bad on the red peat. I was stopped at that light there in Williston, North Dakota, and it was 50 below in the wind that day. And I could smell rubber burning. I thought, well, somebody's car is burning. And I looked over and saw my alternator light or gauge was in the negative, and I thought, crap, that's me. Anyway, so that day I ended up changing the pulleys on that peat in 50 below wind. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, whoo, that was no fun. I'd work for about maybe 10 seconds. I had the AP running, keeping it warm inside the truck, and I'd run up there and get warm for about a minute, run back out there, work for 10 seconds. And these wrenches, man, they were like so cold they were burning my fingers. Try not to damage that line. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this Horton fan off here. That part of it sounds great, but when it's engaged, the bearings sound awful.
Now, don't you have to have like some special software or something? I don't remember.
I don't know why it's got a number on there. Look it up. How to set up on YouTube. Probably the original Horton fan. I guess the only way you take these apart is to take these starter bolts out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These hex bolts, and not hex, they're 6, whatever that's called. Torque bolts. Guess you'll have to take those off to get her apart. This part of it works great, but when you engage it, the bearing's like, roar. I thought I've been hearing it. Sure enough. Have to get the numbers off of that. This thing about when you're tearing into one of these, you want to replace whatever needs to be replaced when you're in here, because you certainly don't want to have to go through this again if you don't have to. Now, before I take the timing plate off, get to the timing gears, I want to set this at top dead center so I know exactly where everything goes. Those are going to be fun. Get that harmonic balance off of there.
got a number, okay.